Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another hardware discussion and update for the week. I've been gone for a few days just because I've been handling a lot of things and just wanted to take a little quick break and tidy up the house because I've been doing a lot and I really appreciate everybody's support. So let's go ahead and get to today's video. Alright guys, so the first part here in the video, we're talking about Lenovo confirming the GeForce RTX 5060 Ti and the 5060 desktops coming soon, featuring the Arrow Lake CPU in that build breakdown, right? So I'll leave the article down here for you guys to read up on yourselves and digest it. And of course, let me know your thoughts. Are you guys wanting to go to the 5060 Ti or 5060 platform? Like, let me know down below in the comments, because honestly, with the new DLSS technology that's out with these GPUs, even on the 40 series, that 4060 and 4060 Ti, the performances on 1080p and 1440p is actually not that bad. So right here, looks like Lenovo's featuring the Legion Tower 5i Gen 10. Oh man, that is a confusing name right there, but gives you a little spec breakdown on the list, and looks like they also offer a 5070 Ti variant on this. Yeah, honestly, these Lenovo desktop PCs are just the manufacturer PCs. They're starting to look decent, right? Pretty clean looking. Hopefully this render does come true. I do like the Legion there at the top. It would be dope if someone had like a Legion desktop and then the Legion Go on their desk, right? So let me yeah, that would be cool. I don't know. But on to next news, we have more issues and claims that the Ryzen 9 9950X30 fried on this person's Asrock motherboard after 3 weeks of use. That makes me a little worried because I'm on day 4 with my 9950X30, but I have the Gigabyte X870E motherboard from Gigabyte. So you guys can see here very similar things that were happening with like the 7800X3D, where the 3D V cache section of the CPU were imploding, exploding, or blowing up, and of course damaging some parts of the motherboard. I don't know if you guys can see that here, but this is where I'm seeing it too. Now on some cases, right, it could also just be user error, so making sure that the pins and everything like that, the pressure on the CPU is proper and not crushed, right? But yeah, I'll leave this article here for you guys to read up on. And other than that, so moving on to the next article, we have AMD who attributes Asrock AM5 Ryzen boot issues to memory incompatibility in certain BIOS versions. So looks like Asrock is just getting hit with a bunch of things on their motherboards this go around for the Ryzen 9000 series. So if any of you guys are wanting to upgrade to the AM5 platform, maybe stay away from Asrock for now until they get the BIOS and maybe the drivers or whatnot functioning, right? But yeah, so with all of that being said, this is what's going on with Asrock. So let me know down below in the comments as well if you guys are experiencing any issues or similar issues with your Asrock motherboard. So more exciting news, Nintendo Switch 2 was confirmed today in their press conference, or yesterday, right? It says here it's going to be available June 5th. I'm super excited for this thing. I hope everyone gets this, and I hope they have more stock so that no scalpers can scalp these things, right? Obviously here's the spec breakdown or the high overview of this new system from Nintendo. A 7.9-inch display with 1080p resolution. You may think 1080p is bad, but honestly, 1080p on a screen this small, very tiny, not as big as your phone maybe. The pixel density is pretty sharp and very high at that ratio of a screen size, right? So capable of 120 frames, and also when it's docked, you will have 4K support along with 60 FPS and HDR mode. And of course, games coming out, right, will support this in their new updated version. So there's a whole list of enhanced games coming out to Switch 2. There's going to be a bunch of breakdowns on it. I believe if you go on Nintendo's website, you can actually see. So this article here, right, goes over really the more key highlighted points, right, of the Nintendo Switch 2 and some of the features that are going to be accessible from the prior generation onto the new Nintendo Switch 2. So the only thing I could see here is the micro SD card issue, right? Obviously, newer and faster tech, you do need faster read and write speeds for certain memory. That goes for like cameras. If you guys are familiar with using digital video cams or DSLRs, just like myself, outside of PC gaming and hardware stuff, you do need faster memory cards in order to read and write data or capture or run certain footages on your camera. So I could see where that's related. So if you guys are familiar with that type of use case, this is where that applies to. And of course, the game card for the Nintendo Switch and Switch 2, there's going to be two different colors. So it's going to be black and red, so you guys can tell the difference between the Switch games and the Switch 2 games. And then here in this article too, it will give you the full breakdown of what's available on the Switch 2. So that is it, guys. That wraps up the midweek news from me. Other than that, I'm still going to be working on the ultimate build video that I have for my current two systems that I'm using. And then look out for a chair review, a gaming chair review that I will have. It's just going to be a short, so it'll be on the short side, but be on the lookout for that. And without further ado, you guys know what it is. This is Red Zone signing off, keeping it real, keeping it hot, and keeping it raw. Your normal 9-to-5 guy, bringing you some high quality content for you guys to enjoy. I'll see you guys on the next video. Deuces.